Hi, everybody. Welcome to Real Conversations with Kelly. It's Heather and Kelly, and so excited to be with you. I'm actually in Sedona today. And I'm having a little fun. And that's what we're going to talk about today is what type of fun do you have and how do you make challenging times fun?
I love this topic. So, before we even begin, you're in Sedona, having an amazing time. Tell us some of the experiences that you've been having and why they've been fun and how they've been fun. Because you know what? I could probably live through you a little bit right now.
Well, it's been really amazing. We actually drove
It's a long
from
drive.
from Dallas Fort Worth to Sedona. We stopped in Albuquerque and stayed the night and then continued on, but it was really amazing. The I always say there's always three moments in a trip that either make you or break you.
Okay.
And um I call them my aha fun moments. So I'm going to share them with you. And I hope that you laugh with me because I was like, oh my gosh, this is a little crazy. So I actually wrote them down in my journal. One of the moments that we had was arriving in Albuquerque, checking into our hotel, and them charging me for my hotel after I had put him on points and I was so excited because I was like, okay, we're going to take care of this. And he charged me for the room. And I was like, now this is weird. Why would you charge me for my room? And he said that that was a standard thing to make sure that I didn't, that they had to check the room to make sure that it wasn't damaged when I left. I was
Oh,
thinking, okay.
but that still is
So,
weird because most hotels, when you book on points, they do get your credit card no matter what.
right,
But they're
right,
not
for
gonna, they're just
incidentals.
gonna hold it. Yeah, but they don't do anything until after. So they actually charged your card before. Oh,
Mhm.
snap.
They
For some
did.
of us, that make me a little bit nervous.
Right, right. So I thought, wow, this is interesting. So I kind of played with it and slept on it and got up the next day and went to the front desk and checked out. And he says, and the manager that morning says, oh my goodness, you should have never been charged for that.
Oh,
I'll handle that right now.
what?
And so And he goes, I just think that it was a learning moment for the guy at the front desk. So I thought, okay, we've all been there. I mean, it was a young kid. They
Yeah.
probably gave him instructions and he kind of tweaked him a little bit.
Yeah,
So
right.
anyway, so we get in the car and we're like, okay, we're going to go get breakfast. And I go, oh my gosh, I can't find my pills. Because ever since I've had the stent in my heart, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have my pills in the morning. I have to make sure. And I could not find my pills anywhere. I'm in the parking lot. Imagine this. Okay. I'm a little panicked, but then I'm like, got to make this fun. And I open up all my suitcases in the parking lot.
Oh, so you had already checked out. You were
We had
gone.
already checked out
Okay, okay.
everything.
All right.
I am digging, digging, digging through every bag. And Tom goes, well, you need to look through that bag again. I'm like, I've already looked at that bag. So I go, and the very last place that I look, yeah, hello, there are my pills. So I'm like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So we get in the car. We're driving to breakfast. We pull up. Tom goes to grab for his wallet. He's like, my wallet's not here. I'm like, what?
You guys are a comedy of errors here.
So within like a 25, 30-minute span, We have solved our hotel problem, lost my pills, found my pills, and lost the wallet. Okay. And so he's like, I have no idea where it is. I always put it right here. I always have it right there. So he always puts it in his pocket whenever he leaves the house or goes somewhere. And I'm like, okay, so what do you think? Well, panic set in with him.
Right,
And I said,
right.
you
So
know
now
what?
he's panicking,
So now
whereas
he's
you were
panicking.
panicking. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. So we drive back. He thinks it's in the room. I have a key that I had brought with me, just in, I said, you're still gonna have to go to the front desk. And so he gets out, he takes his bag out of the, of the car, starts digging through it. It was literally, he opened it up, it was right on top of the bag.
Oh my gosh.
So never done that before. So I'm laughing. And he's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I did that. I've never done that. And I said, hey, I said, we have just solved three things this morning within 30 minutes. Let's just go on ahead and laugh at them and be on our way. I said, we're about to have the most fun we've had in a very long time. So let's just chill. And so we continue on. And I thought, okay, there are three moments. So we're not going to have any more moments in our vacation. And really, we haven't. We've been here for 5 days and we have not had any other. I mean, we might have had a couple of hiccups here and a couple of hiccups there, but we've had blessings at each stop that we've gone to. It's just been, it has been magical. It has sprinkled me with sparkles, I feel like.
I love that.
I love the mountains. Love the mountains. It's I mean the red clay rock is just it's overwhelming, but yet it is calming.
Mm.
It's so incredible. Right now it's about 65 degrees. I know some of you are jealous
Very, very jealous.
because I know it is not 65 degrees where you are.
Nope.
And that's why I have this wrap on because it is a little chilly. So, gosh, trying to think of the other fun we've had. We arrived on Sunday, checked in and said, okay, I'm hungry. I'm starving. So we went into the little town and I said, okay, I want to eat where I can see things. I don't want to eat to where traffic's passing by me.
Okay.
And so we found a nice little restaurant and sat down and it was really majestic. So I got to sit and just really kind of have my Sedona moment at like dinner. It was so great. It was amazing.
Kind of feels like
And
that was the beginning of your journey.
it was,
Can you imagine if you had not taken that moment when your lost pills and the lost wallet and you hadn't turned it into laughter? Can you imagine what type of tone that would have set for your trip? I think it would have
my
been totally
gosh,
different.
would have
Totally
been
different.
totally
Yeah.
different. Totally different. And I will say, back in my 30s and my 40s, I would have been diva, mad, just
Mm.
really frustrated. I probably would have journaled a whole book and started a new one.
And needed to burn what you wrote, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry. I'm out here in the cold.
Yeah, no. It it can really trust a relationship. When you say
Yes.
that you become diva, I've seen that in several people, and you just have to take a step back and go, dude, it's really not that bad. Just figure it out, right? It's a state of mind.
Hmm.
It's a choice.
It is.
And then just get beyond it. And you were able to do it because, oh my gosh, you had to get in the car and drive a 10 more miles. And you could have probably sat there fuming, and then you wouldn't be talking to Tom, and he wouldn't be talking to you, and you'd be snappy and you'd be snappy back. And I could just see this whole setup. Instead, you laughed about it. You had some fun. You found the fun in the moment.
Right.
And then you had this beautiful start of a dinner with a view. Mm,
Hmm. Yeah,
very
it was
magical.
amazing. It was so amazing. And another little funny thing that
Yeah.
happened, we went to go get gas, and I was driving, and Tom's used to driving. So he filled the tank, and I go to drive off, and the hose is still attached to my car.
How does that happen?
Oh my gosh. And I see it go flying in
You
the air.
did.
I am, and then I literally for a split second, I was like, oh my gosh. And then I went, and I just started laughing. And he goes, what? And I said, the hose was still attached to the car. There's no way that could have happened. I go, it happened. And I didn't get out of the car.
Why would you?
I
Why would
know.
you?
And he's like, I would never do that. I go, you did that. And he goes, and he gets back in, and, he goes to put it up, and then gets back at the car, and he looks at me and he goes, I guess because I wasn't driving, I didn't have to pass by it. And I didn't realize that I hadn't put it back in.
Okay, so part of me is going, really?
Oh my gosh.
You didn't realize that you didn't take it
Oh
out,
my gosh.
put
Well,
it
think
in?
about it. Think about it. If you're driving, you walk by that
Yeah,
part. And so I thought, okay, this
that's
is
funny.
this is this is what makes a trip a trip.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, moments. Moments
yes.
that make a trip. You can either look at them and once again have shame, blame, guilt, whatever, or you can just turn it
Right.
around and choose to have an amazing day despite almost taking the hose off of a machine.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even imagine. I wonder what the worker inside was saying.
I don't even know whether they could see us
uh,
because I think it was blocked off.
yes, thank goodness.
Oh my gosh.
You know
You
what,
just
though?
kind of
Truth
think,
be
who saw me?
told, right. Truth be told, you're probably not the only person that has
Oh,
ever done that. So you move
no.
on. You just
No, we
move
just move
on.
on. And I just thought that that was funny, so I had to share that.
Tell about your experience of going to the Grand Canyon. I want to hear more
Oh,
about that in any case.
oh my gosh.
I've only
Oh
seen
my
it
gosh.
flying over it and still being awestruck at how incredibly insane that is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we left. I have to tell you about our whole trip.
Okay, do it.
We left at probably about 8 o'clock, and drove down to Williams, and or actually up. Yeah, up. So we had to go through Flagstaff, and then we went to
Oh,
Williams, and we went to a place called Arizona.
oh,
Amazing. You come to
Arizona.
Arizona, and they have wildlife that they have in this 1,500 acres, and you drive through, you see bears and wolves
Oh,
and buffalo and
wow.
coyote and um antelope and oh my gosh, rams, elk. I
Oh,
mean, just
wow.
everything.
Wow.
So incredible. And literally they are right there, right there. You
Wow.
could take pictures. It's incredible. So that was an amazing thing. We did that for about an hour, drove through really slow and got to see everything. That was amazing because you get to get an up close feel of like what is truly in the mountains.
Mm.
What is in the mountains where you are.
That you may not
So
ever get to see.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. So so that was fun. And, they have actually a walk-through park as well. We didn't do that.
Mm.
I thought, okay, I think I've seen enough as I want to see today. So,
Move
so we
on.
went on because I was going to my bucket list.
Ah.
Oh, the Grand Canyon. And we drove. It was just so amazing. And we get there and there's really not a lot of people.
Wow.
We came at the perfect time, perfect weather. Could not have asked for more perfect weather at all. We drive in and we're like, okay, the Grand Canyon's here. Like, and it's not majestic, it's majestic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's the inside, not
Yeah.
the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that has been my whole trip
Mm.
is really looking and being in awe of the inside to experience the outside. So we get to the park, the visitor center, and Tom says, let's just go and look. Let's just go look at the Grand Canyon first before we go to the visitor center. And so we go, and I literally stand on the side and I just have tears streaming down my
Mm.
face. And I thought, okay, this is amazing, wonderful. And how fun is this?
Yes.
This
Blessed.
actually, oh,
Blessed fun.
blessed
Yeah.
and oh, blessed beyond. And I don't know. I felt like it was a dream. It was a dream that I've had for since I was probably 3
Wow.
and just so incredible. And we walked and looked at different areas, took our picture, and then we got back. We went to the visitor center and experienced that. Then we left, and we drove around ourselves, and we stopped at different lookout areas
Oh,
and
cool.
took pictures. And so we went from the south to the east. And as we got to the east, it was almost the end. It was the
Okay.
end of it. And there's a lighthouse there that was built and it had all kinds of hieroglyphics. So literally the
Huh.
Indians had drawn like
Yeah.
different things that they have done all around on the inside.
Okay. All right.
And so I went in, went up on the top, took some pictures, could look out forever, probably could see a good
Mm.
60, 80 miles.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Mm.
And I came down and it was just, and I just kind of looked around and I thought, wow, I am
Mm.
really getting to feel this. And I just, oh, yeah, felt very blessed. Very, very, very blessed. Then we came back down and we were exhausted.
Isn't that crazy how vacations like that, even though it's not like you walked around or you hiked down or you hiked up, but how something like that can make you so exhausted? I believe some of it, okay, let's face it, you're a little higher altitude than Dallas. So you probably are a little bit oxygen deprived,
Yes.
but just emotions,
Yes.
emotions.
Yes, yes. The emotions of having fun, the
Ugh,
emotions of um
enjoyment.
enjoyment.
Yeah.
and excitement. Then the next day, yesterday, we went to we went to the Church of the Holy Cross.
Okay.
And it's a church that was built in 1905 by a woman that she saw a figurine up in the corner out of her eye in one of the mountains, and the figurine was of a woman and holding her child. And
Okay.
so she felt like that she wanted to build a church there on the cliff. So that's what they did.
Wow.
So incredible,
Yeah.
amazing. And so that was an adventure. And then last night we got to go on a tour. It was called the Vortex Mystic ATV Tour.
Okay.
And we got into a Jeep Hummer, and he took us to like four different places. And the reason why I chose that was to get to different places up in the mountains to like really feel what it is to be around in this area that we could not get to. We could not
Okay.
get to in my car. We couldn't
Got
get
it. Yeah.
to,
Yeah. Yeah.
hiking. I mean, he took us off road,
Gotcha.
and it was magical. And we did it at sunset.
Mm.
And I will say that was the first sunset I've seen since we've been here.
Yeah, we won't talk about the other night I called you and it was 6:30 your timing. You were already in
Yes.
your PJs in
Yes,
bed.
yes, yes.
But move
Because it was
on.
time change. It was time change. So
Okay, fair
hey,
enough.
and that's my fun. That's my fun. So it was really incredible because we got to see the rocks when they glow at
Oh,
sundown.
mm,
So when the red rocks glow at sundown, it's magical.
mhm.
It's like it's like the mountains like just, give you a little extra energy. It
Yes.
was yeah.
And it's such a small amount of time that
Mhm.
if you miss it, you miss it. It's like
Yes.
the Estes Park in Colorado. People
Yes.
go at just the specific time, and you better not drive around because we've done this before and missed it. You better not keep driving to find the perfect spot because once you do, once that sun just, you've got like 10, 15 minutes, and then it's like phew, gone for the day. So
Yes.
you gotta,
Yes.
it's precise timing.
Exactly. Exactly. So it was incredible. It was another magical moment. And I mean, I laughed when I got in the car. I thought, oh my gosh, I did exactly what I wanted to do. Did
It's great.
exactly. So, yeah, so that's been my trip so far. And today we're just gonna really take it easy, and um, we're probably gonna go into town and do a little shopping, which that is my fun.
That's more fun for sure.
That is my fun. So,
Poor Tom.
shopping for little giveaways. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, shopping. I know you love to give little gifts to other people. You're always so thoughtful. Well, I'm glad you're having a great time, and it couldn't have come any better because we had wanted to talk about having fun, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are listening that are just like, well, that's great, Kelly. You get to go. I have a job that won't let me, or I don't have the finances, or I don't have points to go to a great hotel in Albuquerque. I don't have this, I don't have that. So we really wanted to focus on how you build fun into your everyday life. And one of our things we had talked about was laughter. You got to build laughter. You can have fun in life when you laugh, no matter what's going on, because the chemistry in your body will change. Even if you're in the depths of, oh my gosh, I can't find my pills, I can't find my wallet. If you can just laugh a little bit, the chemistry body is going to change and it might just look a little bit differently. So, talk about how we can build fun in our everyday life?
Gosh. Okay. So every morning now, and I've actually decided that that this is the way I'm gonna really develop my fun in my life and create it is
Yes.
I'm gonna look myself in the mirror and I'm gonna go have fun today.
Oh, that's great. That's a great thought.
Go have fun, no matter what. And,
Laugh.
and right, laugh, smile, whatever you have to do, but look at yourself and say, go have fun
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. I was at work yesterday, and work is very stressful. We have a lot going on, and I love the energy of rocks. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so woo woo. It's fine if it's not your thing." I feel like rocks have a lot of energy in them, and I know you do too. And so I always carry my little rocks. And then I had like this little fiddle, I guess I called fiddle stones. It's a little quartz fiddle stone, and
Mhm.
you just rub it. And I went to work yesterday, and things, true to form, were like boom, 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 boom. Everything was going on. And I looked at the doctor that I work with, and I said, do you want to have my fiddle stone? Do you need it? And I have my rocks here. And she looked at me. She's like, it is something to say when you have to have a crystal and rocks in your hand in order to come to work. And at that moment, we just started laughing because it's so true. As I'm getting ready and I know where I'm going and it's going to be stressful, I'm like, yep, I got to take my energy with me, and I'm going to, ooh, look at this rock. I'm going to bring this little fiddle stone with me today too. Now, people might say, well, you're just setting yourself up for the crazy. Well, maybe kind of, but I just know it's going to be crazy. And those are the things that help me get through it. But we just sat there and laughed because the absurdity of, oh, you're right. I can't come to work unless I have these things in my hand or in my pocket was kind of funny. So you got to find the laughter out of every day. And I
Yes.
even told her yesterday, I said, aren't you glad that you've got me and my coworker there? Because we're silly and goofy together. We've known each other for a really long time. And so we're silly and goofy, and we make the doctor laugh, which means that we're all laughing at the craziness when things are going so crazy. Step back and laugh. So building fun in your everyday life, because that is my everyday life. That is.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And gosh, I know that when I woke up this morning very early and I looked at myself and I
Yes.
said, okay, we're going to go have fun today. And I really did laugh. And Tom was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing because I have to.
I'm getting up at 5 a.m. on my
Yes.
vacation
Yes.
to come and record
Yes.
outside where it's cold. But look at the fabulous sunshine.
I know. I know.
I'm
It's
slightly
incredible.
jealous for sure.
Mhm. Okay, so I can tell you what else you can do to really make yourself have fun is watch a funny movie.
Yes.
There are so many funny movies out there, and I don't know what you consider
Mm-hmm.
funny,
Totally true.
but I mean, I know, gosh, I'm trying to think of some funny movies that I've watched lately. Um, I'm not really a movie person, so maybe you've watched something. Heather, have you watched a funny
Yeah.
movie lately or?
You know what? I will be honest. I watch more like YouTube video type things that I just completely enjoy.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of movies with my family on weekends. They tend to go more towards the little kid version of it, and hey, not ashamed. I really enjoyed the live action version of Lilo and Stitch. Just
Oh,
saying.
okay.
It was a cute movie. My nephew was laughing. There were so many moments my nephew was completely laughing, and he's 3. So some of it didn't keep his attention because it's not a full cartoon, but that was really fun laughing. But I want to say something about laughter, as you say, finding something, watching something. People watch TikTok videos. why do you watch TikTok videos? To laugh your butt off at all the people that are doing these goofy, crazy dances. In fact, I was just introduced to one yesterday, something called the whisk, something like that. And it's
Okay.
a certain dance thingy majiggy. And my coworker had she was laughing. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? What are you watching? Well, she was laughing at watching her doing this. She recorded her, or somebody recorded her doing it. And I'm like, yep, that's your goofy self. And she was like laughing hysterical. So that's why people watch silly, goofy TikTok or Instagram videos is to laugh. So
Right.
yes, find something to watch to make yourself laugh.
Right.
It's quick
Exactly.
medicine.
Yes. Oh, and my last thing, go and have dinner with a friend.
Oh yes.
Go and be with somebody that you know is going to fill your heart and you can laugh until your belly hurts.
Oh yes. Especially after
Talk
9
about,
o'clock, the belly laughs that you
yes,
cannot stop. You and I've had many of those moments over the years
many,
traveling together at night. It's past 10, 11 o'clock
many.
at night, and we say something, it's not even really necessarily funny. And we just belly laugh, and you can't set that hard, gut wrenching, you can't stop a laugh.
No, no, you cannot. I used to have those when I worked in the hotel and we would go into a meeting and I would just start laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had many a times in the kitchen and with my bestie and just, oh, we would laugh until
Mm,
we were crying and we couldn't even catch our breath.
right,
Couldn't even
exactly.
catch our breath. And then it was like,
Yeah,
why are you laughing? And I'd go, I don't know. So we just
yeah.
called it the little kitchen vortex because
Oh, I love it.
that's where we would go and we would just sit and talk and laugh and oh,
Well, that's why they call the
so
kitchen as the heart of the home. It's where
that's
some of your
it.
best conversations happen with your family, with your besties,
Hmm.
spontaneous dance parties.
Oh, yes. Those are the
Dance, baby.
best.
Dance.
Those are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what I love about all these is it's not talking about going on vacation, which I still feel like everybody should. If you've got vacation time, take it. So many people don't.
Yes.
Just take it. So, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about every day. Every day. If you can't escape your job, if you have to be there, or whatever it is, or you're just in a situation at home with a ton of kids and your life is a little out of control in that respect, oh my gosh, find those little moments.
Yes. Yes. On the outside of my journal that I
Mm-hmm.
brought with me, it says, make today your dance floor.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
There you go.
that there's the fun. And
Mm-hmm.
it started right there. I thought, okay, this is going to make me have fun on my vacation.
That's great. That's a
So
great
just
idea.
remember, yes.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Buying a new journal for a specific trip or a specific event. I think that's
Mhm.
great. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because you know that you're going to find the fun in that journal.
Mm.
So
Love it. There you have it.
there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a lot of fun
All
today,
right.
and we will definitely see you in the next episode. And have a great day.